It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is Danger Danger from their self-titled debut release with Saturday Night. And we started things off tonight with Dokken from their dysfunctional release with A Long Way Home. And this is Neely rocking you on your way home. And, well, Chris is not here tonight, but I do have a worthy co-host, somebody who's actually been here in the CMS studio before and did a stellar job, got accolades for her participation as my co-host. So I want to welcome back to the mic and back to the coveted CMS studio, our good friend Kim from Chicago. What's up, Kim?
What's up, Neely? What's up, CMS?
Well, see, Kim, I was afraid I was going to have to go solo tonight, and fortunately you hit me up and said that you were capable of making it to the show tonight. So you saved me from having the drudgery of having to fill 6 hours all by my little lonesome.
Well, I'm totally excited to be here. Big love to the chat room. Hail and kill, everybody.
Wow, look at that. So Kim has been a fan of the show. How long have you listened to the CMS, Kim?
Oh, let's see, 2003. So,
really?
Yeah,
wow.
When I was 10.
So 13 years now.
Yep.
Oh, wow, look at you. You're a long timer. So Kim obviously can hang, and she gets the humor, and she enjoys the controversy that we seem to dredge up around here, and she's not afraid to let the F word slip now and again.
Once in a while.
That's I said now and again. It's not a part of your daily lexicon, but if need be, for emphasis, you're not afraid to utter a swear word.
Fuck yeah.
See, there you go. So I got the right co-host tonight. So anyway, Kim is going to hang with me for the duration, and we're going to do our best to entertain while my partner and friend and co-host Chris is out running around getting himself some snatch. Can I say that on the air?
Can I say snatch?
Sure.
Snatch.
There you go. Something hot about a girl who says snatch. So,
where's Demon when I need her?
Yeah, well, I'm sure Demon will be there if she's not in there already. But we are live on the Classic Metal Show here. If you're listening to us via the Spreaker, we don't use the chat portion of the Spreaker. We have our own chat room. So if you're listening to us live, you can jump in over at chatandkill.com. Chatandkill.com. I'm logged in over there. So is Kim. And we're just gonna take you through the night. Now tonight, Kim, I kind of cued you in. There's going to be a big announcement tonight.
I know, I'm excited.
We kind of hinted at it a little bit last week, and we're going to find out exactly what that big announcement is. Some people may not know exactly what we're talking about, but if you've been listening over the last few weeks, I think you might have a pretty good hint. But we're going to have a special guest, someone who's been a part of the CMS for the duration of the show.
Wow, more special than me?
More special. I'm sorry, Kim. I love having you here, and I appreciate you make the long trip out from the western suburbs. But, yeah, more special. Sorry.
Yeah, well, I have to agree, so.
All right. So, anyway, about 11 o'clock... let's see. Yeah, 11 o'clock Eastern. That's when we'll find out what's going on. So should be a good time. So, Kim, it's been 2 years since you were here at the CMS studio, and you were so kind and gracious to take me up on my invitation to come down here and put up with my nonsense for the next 6 hours. So why don't you bring the fans up to date with what's going on with Kim in Chicago?
Wow. So, yeah, wow. It hasn't really been 2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long time.
It has.
Well, car's good. Let me get that out of the way.
Yeah, well, people are fascinated by the fact that you drive the Boss Mustang, right?
Yep. Yes, I do.
And it's just like there's something hot about a girl who drives a big horsepower muscle car.
Yes. Guys like chicks that drive stick.
Yeah, don't we all? Yeah, sure.
So yeah, it's been, well, the beginning of this year's been interesting. Been dealing with some health issues, but I'm very happy to say that I've come out on the other side thus far with a clean bill of health. But Grateful for that. Otherwise, I've just been, working and working and working.
Yeah, like all of us, all of us middle-aged people who have to pay the bills and have to support the people who don't work, and people who.
Well, we're going to jump right into it, are we?
Support people who enjoy free health care and all that kind of stuff. So
yes.
Yeah, I don't mind supporting people like that because, hey, if I'm capable, why should you be capable too?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed you, Neely.
Yeah. So anyway, I see our good friend Jay Lee Anthony in the chat room. There's another guy who's had his issues too, and Jay Lee sent me a nice email this week, which I have not responded to. So, Jay Lee, I apologize. I was actually going to drop you a note today, but I will drop you a note back. But I appreciate you bringing me up to date with what's going on with you. And good health to you, too, my brother. And I also see our good friend Red Rain in the chat room. And in my hand here, Kim, I got this by way of UPS today.
I see that.
This is the new Red Rain CD, which is going to be available, and we're going to do a Red Rain debut show next Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've listened to us play at least one of the songs, and it's really good stuff. So my good friend Sammy Lee is in the chat room hanging out, and yes, I listened to your disc, Sammy, and it's very well done. And we'll all get a good taste of that next Saturday.
I will be sure to tune in.
All right. Excellent stuff. So, as I said, if you are listening to the Classic Metal Show live, jump in the chat room, chatandkill.com. Chatandkill.com. You can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter or your Google Plus or the Chat Wing or whatever social media platform you belong to. You don't even need to sign up. You just need to sign in with your normal sign in and you're good. So good stuff. So anyway, Kim, tonight, what did you think you're up against tonight, being here tonight?
Well, seeing as how every other time I've done this, you never give me any warning about topics. So I have no chance to prepare. And I always have I get here and I have my jitters about, oh my gosh, what's the topic going to be? What are we going to talk about? Am I going to know what he's talking about? Can I contribute anything worthwhile?
Well, I think the last time you were here, you came off with flying colors. I know at the very beginning of the show, you had the jitters, but as you relaxed, you just cut loose.
Yeah, I did.
You just let it go. And I got a lot of compliments about your co-hosting abilities and the fact that you just opened up and, you didn't need me to prompt you into every little thing, Yeah. But you have your own thoughts and opinions, and you're not afraid to share them.
Oh, absolutely.
So let me ask you something, Kim. Being that you had somewhat of a health crisis early in this year, do you have a different perspective on life to maybe live life a little more fuller than you already have? Has it changed any of your philosophy on how you view or go about your day-to-day, life?
Absolutely. I definitely don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff I've learned. I'm very, very, very grateful, very fortunate for me that with my cancer diagnosis, it was something that was caught very early. I had an excellent team of doctors. They had an excellent care plan for me. It went really, really fast. In some ways, I still look back on it, and sometimes I almost forget. I shouldn't say I forget, but now that I'm healthy, I sometimes get a little detached from it. And I forget, and I try not to forget. I try to be really, really grateful every day. I spent a lot of time in a lot of hospitals and a lot of operating rooms and a lot of doctors' offices where I shared some time and some stories with a lot of women that weren't nearly as fortunate as I am. And I, in some ways now, I actually feel guilty that I came out of it so easily. And for a lot of people, getting a cancer diagnosis can sometimes be a lifelong, it's years and years. And sometimes it's not cured. And to be able to sit here and say, oh yeah, I remember when I had cancer for 3 months.
Sure.
I'm extremely grateful. And when I'm having one of those days when I'm stuck in traffic or somebody cuts me off or things aren't going my way and there's somebody too slow in front of me at the line at the grocery store, I really try to remember how different my life could be right now.
Sure.
And I'm really grateful, and I'm trying to live every moment.
Good. Excellent. Well, being that you want to live life to the fullest, I expect you to just let it all out tonight.
Absolutely.
Just tear into subjects and just give it your all.
Bring it.
All right. Excellent. Good stuff. All right. Well, last week on the show, I don't know if you got to, you kind of mentioned that you were kind of consumed with other things this week, so you didn't really get to listen.
Yes, I was. I unfortunately did not get to hear last week's show
Yeah,
yet.
we've got some very interesting listeners or, participants out there, and we got some interesting phone calls, but I just want to say to you guys and gals who called in last week with some of you guys are just as messed up as everybody else, but I got a big kick out of the since you didn't hear it, but I got a big kick out of the whole Moogle and the Mackay calls last week. I just cracked me up. And, we had calls from people as young as 16 and as old as 60 last week. So, we have a wide gamut of fans out there. And we had a gal by the name of Mars. She called in from Minnesota, and she used to be a quote-unquote professional groupie.
Oh, nice.
To where she spilled the dirt on some
kind of like a Pamela DeBar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we brought
nice.
her up. Yeah, we brought her up, and she spilled the dirt a little bit last week, which that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
So it's interesting the people that we seem to touch. And I was looking at some of the stats this week as to where I can go by demographic and I can go by geographical locations. And do you know where our biggest audiences are? Say the top 5.
The top 5.
Top 5.
Are they in the United States?
Well, no. Let's go countries.
Countries.
Yeah, countries.
Wow. Well, first being metal, I'm gonna go Japan.
Japan is one of them. Yes.
Let's see. Where else?
U.S.
Well, the U.S.
U.S. is number 1.
So the U.S., Japan.
Yes.
Well, just for the Tim James following alone, I'd have to say Australia.
Yes, Australia is number 3.
Nice.
Number 3.
Okay, so let's see. We've got the U.S., Japan, Australia.
Our neighbors to the north.
Oh, Canada.
Canada.
Nice.
And one more.
Do I get a hint?
It's where we originated as a country.
The UK.
The UK.
The Brexit.
Yeah, the Brexit.
If I'm pronouncing the hashtag properly.
Yeah, the Brexit. It's British exit.
Yes.
So it's U.S.,
Wow.
Canada, Australia, UK, and Japan.
Nice.
I just find that odd. And then we've been made aware that the CMS has spread to Brazil. We've got Brazilian people who listen to us, and
that's so cool.
People we have a new caller. He's kind of he makes himself known, but Patrick from Finland calls in.
Really?
He listens to the show live.
See, I've always said greatest fans in the world.
Yeah, so they're all over the place. So we appreciate it, and we like the phone calls. And you guys did a good job last week with entertaining Chris and I. I don't know so much. I guess I can't say that Chris loves the phone calls as much as I do, but some of you guys are pretty goddamn funny.
Really goddamn funny.
So anyway, congrats to everybody who listens to the CMS. I appreciate it. All right, Kim, anything on your mind at the moment? Otherwise, we'll get into a tune or two and get ourselves rolling.
Oh, you know what? I have so much on my mind, but let's go ahead and go to a tune, and I'll get my thoughts sorted.
All right. Well, we're going to take some phone calls tonight. If you want to write down the 800 number, we got 800-497-5891. 800-497-5891. We'll take a few phone calls tonight if you guys want to just shout out at us and tell us what's on your mind. We got a special announcement coming up in about an hour and a half. I got a special call coming in. Special guest on the show. We've got a worldwide announcement tonight, which is very cool. And then I got a bunch of stories and topics to get to that I handpicked because I got a female co-host, and I think Kim will have something to say about these things. So
we'll have estrogen stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay.
So it's not often that I have a female co-host. I mean, oftentimes if I'm away, sometimes Chris will have Stephanie step in, and she always does a good job.
She does an awesome job.
Did you happen to catch the any of the book release party show that Chris had for
I did catch some of it. I didn't catch all of it, and but what I did catch was awesome.
Yeah. I came away from that show thinking that it totally sucked. That was the feeling I got. But then after I listened back to the show, I laughed my ass off. I thought, God damn, that was a really good show. But I had a deflated feeling when I left after the show was over that I was just like, oh man, this totally blew.
Yeah. So now, see, one of these days, me and Stephanie, and if I can get Demon to surface, we'll have to do an all ladies CMS show and see how that goes.
There you go. And yes, Jay Lee, you can make a request if you can shoot it over. Jump in there in the chat room. I'll dig it up here and I'll make it a song for you since you've had your struggles and your hardships as well. So, what do you want to hear, Jay Lee? I see you in the chat room. So, anyway, that book release party for Chris's book, Call Me Chris. Again, I just didn't think it was all that good. But, man, after I heard it, it was just like, holy shit, that was a funny-ass show.
Yeah, well, CMS is like wine, gets better with age.
It does, absolutely. Well, speaking of wine, I think it's going to be wine time at this break. So
right on, it's wine o'clock.
So anyway, well, next week we're going to debut the new CD from our good friend Sammy Lee and Red Rain. I got it like I said, I got it today via the UPS, and we've played this song before. It's a fan favorite. It's a reproduced version of the original that we played on the show a little bit over a year ago, but all these songs have been re-recorded and reproduced and remastered, and all the things that they do. Sammy and his cohorts there have spent a shitload of money on doing a professionally done CD, and you're going to hear more from these guys. So I'm going to play a CMS favorite, and if Jay Lee gets me a song, I'll make it the second song out. But anyway, let's play something from the Red Rain new release, and of course it's our favorite tune. It's Not That Way. So here it is. It's Red Rain exclusively here
on your Classic Metal Show.